Ladies and gentlemen, making money in this market remains to be easy if you decide to keep it simple. Do not be a hero, and I will show you ways in which you don't need to be a hero. Tesla, how important is image? Can Elon Musk get higher while his company goes lower? Precise daily stock levels, our game plan in Forex, as well as our full stock analysis. I am Mark Melnick, and this is the Newsbeat Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Newsbeat Show. So, making money in the market still remains to be easy, and I get a lot of interesting questions. I guess when you have a room that has grown to the size that we keep exploding because people love how easy. I believe this is the reason they join. I doubt it's because this is doing a lot of work over here. But I believe it's because making money has become easier, and I think more and more of you guys are noticing that as long as you remain disciplined. Some of you, as long as you're not trying to hit a home run every time, as long as you're trying to be smart, I believe making money is easy. I'm going to go into all of that and more, as well as a company which is in very deep trouble. You probably know of it. But first, I would like to say thank you over to our friends over at the T3 Live Compliance team, who is asking me to have you pause this screen right now, read it, and before continuing forward with this video. Okay. Thank you so much for reading that. And let's just go and talk about what is going on. So, making money in the market still remains to be easy. I think one of the things are, have people like looking at charts and stuff and asking me my opinion. And I get that a lot. But, like, for example, we heard about what happened with JD. CEO was like in Minnesota. He was being accused of rape. He got off and flew back to China, and JD.com has been in a free fall ever since. And here's the chart right here. And I'm getting people, sometimes they'll look in the room, they'll be like, Mark, where do you want to buy JD? Mark, where do you want to buy JD? And I come out with numbers like under $24, and people are like, whoa, I mean, look where this stock has come from. It was a $45 stock in mid-June, lost a solid approximate 45% of its value or so. And people are just trying to be a hero. And I look at these people and I'm just like, you know what? There's so much easier money out there. I feel like when I was a trader, and I think this can maybe resonate with some of you, when I was a trader, well, I still am a trader, but when I was a trader back like 10 years ago or so, I would see certain charts and I would tell myself, like, I have to figure out a way to capitalize on it. And I stopped and I thought to myself, you ever look at a chart and it's hard to read and it's confusing? The question I think I ask, and I'm very guilty of this or used to be and not anymore, why do you have to be the person who tries to make money off of a random chart setup that's hard to read? Wouldn't you rather just do something easier? Wouldn't you rather just take the simple approach? Why wouldn't you just want to take the simple approach in the market? I mean, there's so many easy names, so many easy names to make like money off of in this market. Like I never understood, I guess, the lure of trying to find, the most difficult name possible when there's so many easy setups. I think one of the big problems are people have a hard time deciphering what an easy setup looks like. So, like for example, here were some names on our radar. Here's just some of the names that we were watching on Friday. And I was focused a little here on Avago and I give you guys simple strategies. If you want to see the full videos, they're in the comments. You guys have access to all of it. And I just say, you know what? Here's Avago. Here's Avago. Here's the 1 minute bar. Opened up at 224.20, shot up $3. Did you miss the run? No, you could have bought through 227.20. Stock went up $2.50 in 2 minutes. and a large portion of, as I call them, the Newsbeat band is just coming, and that was their day because they went ahead and they applied this simple methodology, and they weren't looking for more. They weren't looking for more. I didn't think Friday was an amazing day, but I made money. I made money the day before on Thursday, and I made money the day before on Wednesday, and I made money the day before on Tuesday. And there was no trading Monday, obviously, but making money in this market is simple. And I know that sounds a little cocky or overconfident. It's just if you have the right algorithmic strategies, it becomes very easy. Are you able to see this? Is my mic working in the room? My mic working here? All right. Well, thank you. Well, it's very, I feel like every time you try to make more, there's going to be times where you take my ideas, and a lot of people in the room do it, and you just hit this stupidly large home run. And then I'll take an idea, and like, for example, I think Thursday was a good example. I made like 6 grand on Thursday. Decent day, not amazing, not horrible. I was very satisfied. Nothing, above and beyond. It's not a six-figure day. It's not a $50,000 day or $40,000 day, which, we have several. But, and by we, I mean me. I can't talk on your behalf. But it's a good day. And on some of those days where I make like 6 grand, I look back and I say, well, if I held my position longer, I probably could have made 30, 40 grand. And then I thought to myself, did I make the right move by just selling out early? Some people will make a very good argument that a very big part of trading is actually maximizing the amount of money you make. And sometimes that I think that I mean, it has to remain partially true, but for the most part, I think that's a fallacy. I think that is a huge fallacy that you have to maximize everything you do. I think you need to make money consistently. That is the only thing you need to do. Anything other than trying to make money consistently is just really overthinking it. Like I said, I would rather be the trader making $2,000 every day, Monday through Friday, come out with a 10 grand week, rather than being that trader who has a $30,000 week but made 40,000, lost 10, made 7, lost 8, made 2, lost 3. I would rather be that trader. And some people are like, why? Mathematically, you know, you made more money. And the truth is, this is not an algorithmic, you're not a robot. You are not a robot. So a robot, you would be happier making the 30,000 with wins and losses. As a human, you're going to suffer psychological toxicity. A robot is not going to get more confident with the more money it makes, and it's not going to cry itself to sleep at night with money it lost. So that is just one of the yeah, exactly, Rob. And again, there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of traders. I can't wait till the day where I'm like, it's thousands of traders doing it here. We don't have thousands of members, but we do. Um, I think from January till now, our room, what did it grow? Like 1,200%. It was stupid. Um, as people just started really realizing that I was the long solution to a lot of the issues out there when people looking for a trading environment. And what I think people notice is, even though I would, again, I don't have everyone's P&L in my face, but I would say traders who are making money, traders who are trying to get to the point where they're making money, they have a red account, they're trying to bring it green, or traders who are trying, and there's a lot of these traders who are making 100,000, they need to get to the point where they're making 600,000, and they're trying to figure out how to get to that next level. I think you realize more and more as you're in this room that making money in this environment isn't hard. The worst enemy of this market is yourself. You are that last boss of this market. And There's links in the videos to what I'm going to be doing here, but this is what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm going to start off with this strategy. This is the first one I'm doing tomorrow, and the name I'm choosing. Here's the second one I'm doing tomorrow. Our Twitter following doubled in the last, I think, 4 or 5 days. I now share like my plan, and um, I share my plan here, and I basically say, my thoughts, AKS looks like a common. Here's my plan, and I also share with you guys like my convictions. So on a day like Friday, I basically said, just FYI, I'll be looking for trades, but in terms of my conviction sizing, it is a 1 on my 1 to 10 scale. I can't tell you legally what to do, so I say, go light, Mr. Melnick, as if I'm talking to myself from a legal perspective. So that's what I do, and that's, of course, at 9:11 a.m. Eastern Standard, 19 minutes, 20 minutes before the market open. And I'm basically telling you, just saw this one, sums it up. I'm basically telling you how hard to hit the gas pedal on any given day. If you are hitting the gas pedal, I'm not telling you what to buy or sell. I would never tell you that. But the hardest thing I've learned in 19 years as a trader is when to hit the gas pedal hard and when to take it off, because so many traders don't get it, and they come in with the same size every day, every day, every day, and they don't realize why, sometimes they win and sometimes they lose. They don't understand the changing of environment. And I think that was the hardest lesson as a trader for me to learn. And once I learned that, I apply simple algorithmic strategies, and just everything now clicks in place. I think, again, not to sound funny, but making money is easy. I'm not trying to sound like that ass, but I promise you, the more and more you see it, the more and more you're going to prove it to yourself. And I get hundreds of emails for you guys, agreeing with me, trying to get to that level. It's about getting to that level. And once you do, you'll just realize that making money in the stock market is easy as long as you're applying the right strategy. It's easy as long as people aren't vague. That's why I don't like the vagueness of somebody coming out and saying, I'm giving you a trade idea. And I think that's really a cop out for someone to come at you and say, we're giving you a trade idea. What do you mean a trade? Are you trying to say that, you know, how often are you correct on your trade ideas? Because if I give you 20 names and 10 fail and 10 work, and then I go over 10 that work, did I do a good job? Did I bring you value? My answer is going to probably be not. So, tomorrow, keep it easy, keep it simple. There's a lot of drama with the US China trade war. Me, I'm just going to make money on the names I share. That's it. Not to sound over cocky or confident, you know. After Labor Day, I'm 4 for 4. There are 4 trading days after Labor Day: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I'm gonna and I want to just keep making money. And regardless of what happened before, regardless of what happened last week, I just want to make money every day. That's the only thing important to me. I could care less about the amount. And as soon as you stop caring about the amount of money you make, that's when you start making 7 figures. That's when you start making, that's when you become a millionaire. When you stop caring about the money you make and you only care about being right. I know so many people have said before, I'd rather make money than be right, or I'd rather be lucky than be right. And it's like, no, you would not rather be lucky than be right. Maybe if you're playing the lottery, you want to be lucky as opposed, well, if you're right on the lottery, you still win. If you're lucky, you also win. So I don't understand it. I think that is probably, I will say, the number one most imbecilic, moronic, idiotic thing I've ever heard when it comes to trading. I'd rather be lucky than right. No, you wouldn't, because if you're lucky and you make money, you might not be lucky in the future and you might lose. Wouldn't you rather be right and right and right and right? And even if you didn't milk it, maybe you milked it for 5%, 10% of what the position could have made you if you sold it at the high, but then you're on to something, right? Next, I'm going to talk about number 2, Tesla. How important is image? Can Musk get higher while his company goes lower? And I have to show you this imbecilic genius and why this is going to screw him up. And nobody's talking about how this is bad, even though it's all over the internet. I want to show you. Here's Elon Musk on Joe Rogan. Um, you know, here's
I
Joe
mean, it's
Rogan
legal, right?
It's totally legal.
smoking
Good for him.
marijuana.
How
He
does that
asks him
work?
if it's
Do people
legal.
get
Here's
upset at you
Elon
if you do
Musk.
certain
Watch, he's
things?
not gonna inhale. He's not. He
It's
smells it.
tobacco and marijuana in there.
That's some good
That's
stuff.
all it is.
Oh, look, you didn't inhale. Oh, you kept it in your mouth and
The
blew it out. He's like, I
combination
don't
of
feel
tobacco and
anything. Yeah,
marijuana is
that's what
wonderful.
happens when you don't inhale, Elon
First
Musk.
turned on to
But
it by
that
Charlie
image
Murphy, and
there,
then
that image
that's
there,
all it is.
this image you see right here of Elon Musk, what a more to say that the smartest people in the world don't do the stupidest things. If you told me that, I would say, well, what is this? The dude's obviously a super genius. I mean, I love the guy. But when you're running a multi-billion dollar company and you see your stock over here
The
and you
combination of
see your
tobacco and
stock,
marijuana is wonderful.
one moment, let me just shut it
First turned
because
on to it by
it's
Charlie
it's
Murphy, and
too
then reignited by Dave
unbelievable
Chappelle. There you go.
the idiocy
Plus whiskey.
in what he's
Exactly.
Perfect.
actually doing here.
Balances
The
it out.
idiocy
I
is
mean,
I'll throw money on
phenomenal.
alcohol is a drug. It's been
I
grandfathered
mean,
in.
right there, all right,
Well, it's
he's
not just
drinking whiskey. Whiskey doesn't have as bad of an image as smoking marijuana. Now, me personally, what are my thoughts? I think marijuana is a great drug. I don't smoke marijuana. Yes, I have tried marijuana before. Um, Compared to some of the opiates or painkillers or like heroin or like people tripping on acid, I think that can have a lot more adverse effects. I've never done those drugs, but again, I'm not a CEO of a multi-billion dollar company, all right? And I'm not going in front of the world and smoking marijuana. So, Elon Musk, he figured, well, on a day where my company dropped 3 bill, a day where my company dropped 3 billion in value, I'm going to go in front of the world and smoke marijuana. Now, here is my thoughts on that. Elon Musk, the only reason why remember, I am the person who says the more they sell, the more money they lose. It's a company that hemorrhages money. And the only thing that holds Tesla up is the fact that people love Elon Musk. People love the image of Elon Musk, a super genius dude, going to help humanity. Good guy. I believe he's a really, I mean, if you spend 2 hours and listen to it, you'll agree with me that Elon Musk is a good person, at least from what I don't know him personally. I would love to hang out with that dude. I might not partake in his marijuana experience. Maybe I'm not. I don't put the peer pressure on like Joe Rogan, but like here you have a company that can't make a dollar if your life depended on it. And every time Elon Musk says we're going to turn profitability, I call bull every single time. I'm the person who says, no, you're not. No, you're not. Prove it to me first. No until proven, guilty until proven innocent, Elon. That's how I roll with you when you're telling me you can make money. So I'm looking at support levels down underneath $210. I think Tesla's going to break 220. So I'll go on the record. It's a $263 company at the moment, right? Trading didn't open yet tomorrow, right? It could bounce easily before it gets there. I think Elon Musk just destroyed his image. Here you have the same idiot who, when those kids in Thailand were stuck in a cave, he called a British Marine or an ex-Marine from the British Navy, I believe. He called him a pedophile. And he admitted to taking Ambien, and now he has all the executives leaving. Ladies and gentlemen, Tesla is in trouble from this point forward. I mean, again, you're talking to the person who on August 7th said people are going to sue the crap out of him for making up that private thing. I was on the live broadcast when I said that in the room. And I even said it on the Newsbeat episode for, look, August 7th on Tuesday night. Read all, before all these lawsuits came in, I said, I'm not a lawyer, but watch everyone sue him. So who's suing him? Andrew Left is suing him. The SEC is investigating him. There's a shareholder lawsuit. There's a class action lawsuit. There's a lot of things happening here. And He's just in trouble. I think from this point forward, you're going to get a break of 220 in Tesla. Stay tuned. I'm still going to look for a long in Tesla, but not before it goes down. Ladies and gentlemen, Elon Musk just officially destroyed his image, and that's the only thing holding up a $44.9 billion company like Tesla. Precise daily stock levels right over here. You can go ahead and print them out for tomorrow. You can take advantage of them. Keep a printout nearby. Always good to see some levels near you. Game plan and Forex right over here. I'm watching PTCT. Not super excited. I just figured I'd throw a name out. Again, I don't always trade these game plan names. I come in the morning with a fresh game plan. I tweet it out on Twitter. All I'm saying is there might be a price increase on Twitter, so I'm hoping to get people who want to be grandfathered in. I'm not telling you to subscribe to the product, quite the contrary. I was telling you before, don't subscribe to it. And once I started doing this thing, people started signing up. But either way, it's worth the value whether it's grandfathered in or not. PTCT, simple long trigger, $47 through the high on Friday. Very simple. I have a Forex idea here, a Forex idea right over here. It's a buy on Aussie US dollar. This is a screenshot from my live account for US standard lots. Here's the price I'm bidding. Here's my stop loss in case I get filled and I'm wrong. Here's my take profit in case I get filled and I am right. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, what a nutty day. Let's just continue to make money. Let's see how this trade war ends up. A lot of interesting things in the geopolitical environment with the US-China trade war. Did I tell you that Alibaba CEO stepped down? This is another company that's in trouble. And I know that, again, you could watch the Newsbeat show from Tuesday, August 28th. And I was basically saying how we're going to break under 171.91 when we closed, over 178. And I said it was going to happen that week, or the following week. And we actually headed much lower. So a lot of interesting stuff. I think Elon Musk is going to have to step down from his company. They just paid him a grand sum of money. I think his reputation is done. He's a super genius. I'm sure he'll do great on all the other endeavors that he goes with his life. But when you're dealing with a failing company that keeps going up in share price, you can't have the image of your CEO smoking marijuana and drinking whiskey with, UFC commentator. And I love Joe Rogan. I love Joe Rogan to death. I really do. I met the guy. Awesome man. You can't be on the Joe Rogan show smoking marijuana and drinking whiskey, especially when you're running a multi-billion dollar company. So for now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into our full stock analysis. If you are in the room, because I won't be doing it later tonight, I know the Newsbeat show started early. I won't be there due to the holidays. If you have any questions on your stock, your levels, and thoughts, feel free to email me, and you'll find it right in the bottom left-hand side of the screen, mark.melnick@t3live.com. I'll be happy to answer all your technical questions later. We're the largest, fastest growing trading room in the United States of America. Happy trading, make money, and I will see you guys tomorrow on the Newsbeat live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful evening.